Hello there, everyone. It's been a while since you heard these voices. It's those guys from UTB back at it once again, the podcast. We don't have our usual guy that brings us in, Vinny Mac. By the way, happy anniversary. I don't know how many years it's been, but happy anniversary to him and Marissa. If you don't know the voice by now, this is Stefan. I'll let everybody else come in.
Yo, what's good, Mr. Los?
Yo, it's Scotty. What's good, y'all?
Year away, guys. We got a lot to talk about. We just had our draft last week. I know some people have some thoughts on that. Trades already going down. If you could believe that, draft. Right? Trades before the draft. I don't know if it was Scotty pressing the button and making everyone panic again,
he
or
definitely activated it.
That's what it was.
He definitely flipped the switch.
So, is that where we want to start? That's where we want to start with the recap of the draft.
We can start.
Grades just came out. What, today or yesterday?
Today, I believe.
Yeah.
So we have our new rankings. You know, based on that, we have a favorite. We have some people who are not the favorites. We got some people who are surprisingly supposed to do well, but we know them from their past. We got to give it a chance, I guess is what I'm saying. It's a new season for everyone involved.
Yeah, we had our top draft was Pretty Ricky. You know what I mean? And then the least favorite draft by Yahoo and ChatGTP was David. And they were talking reckless to this man. Like, they knew him personally. They said, all we do is lose. Draft doomsday.
That's wild.
I don't think I've ever had a recap written about me that bad. But, yeah. Sorry. That's all we can say to that.
I wanted to... I went through almost all of them, but the ones that stood out for me, obviously, Laz. We had to see what they said about him, and they said, to Sweaty's draft, sweating it out for a mediocre finish. And Shanika's was the one that threw me. He said, Shanika's team drafts their way to mediocrity with a D grade and 10th place projection. Now, 10th place isn't bad. It's the 4th pick in the draft next year.
Yeah.
But considering she drafted Alize Mack, which we had to write him in, I think she should be a little bit lower. But
and she drafted somebody who's on the IR already.
Who?
That tight end from the tight ends.
That tight end from the tight ends?
Oh, that was Alize?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the fate looks like Dean, chosen one. Well, Ricky, like I said, Ricky got best draft. Fat Boy, Dean, myself, and Ricky got A pluses in the draft. Because we had multiple picks in the first and second round. And then Scotty had C plus. Vinny Mac had C. Laz had a C minus. Big Phil had a D plus. Dame had D. Shanika had D minus, and then F's for JT, Leon, and
Dave.
You just gonna leave me out of there? I didn't get
an
an A plus, but I got an A.
The mob has an A.
Oh, I went right past you. My bad.
Yeah. And then Dean and Lois is projected for a 13-1 record. Fat Boy 11-3. Rick 11-3. The mob 11-3. Yours truly 9-5. 700 is God did, and everybody else is below 500. With number 14 is David at 0-14 projection. So
really.
With that being said,
can't wait to play him.
This man his first win. We have to figure out something. I don't know if it's a game changer award or what, but
I don't even know where it is. Is it here?
I thought you guys had it.
I don't know where it is.
I didn't take it.
I swear we took it to Vinny's house, but I'll look.
I think it is at Vinny's house.
Yeah. So with that being said, the first trade of our season comes for Los and home of the Brave. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, man. I just I was looking at trading with Vinny first. He was at the 7th spot, and I wanted to get in front of him because I wanted to draft Kelsey before Ricky did, because Ricky was 2 spots ahead of me, or right before me. So I was like, if I can get to 7, I'll draft Kelsey, and then I got 10 coming around. I'll probably get Jalen, Josh, something like that. Be cool. But then that third pick came around, or Leon hit me back after like weeks of not being on band, and I was like, all right. I was like, this third pick sounded kind of nice because I don't want to give up 4 picks, like 2, because Vinny wanted 2, a second round this year and 3rd round this year, and then a second round next year, 3rd round next year. And I was like, I don't know, I don't want to give up my second rounds this year. So talked to Leon, and it just seemed like a better deal for me to get a little bit higher. And then right there, I wasn't gonna get Kelsey that early though, so I was like, I'm gonna get either Jalen or Patrick Mahomes. And I went with Pat because
the safe pick, huh?
Yeah, it's Pat. I mean, Jalen would have been solid there too, but yeah, Pat.
Dual threat quarterback.
I had to go with Patty there. So yeah, that was my whole thing with that trade. So I gave up a 1st and a 2nd round next year, but then I turned around
4 hours later. To be
4 hours later. Because I already knew that JT wanted my 3rd round for a 2nd for next year, so I was like, let me go back and reach out to JT. I'll give him my 3rd because I got 5 picks now in the first 2 rounds. And I'll give him my 3rd, and then I'll get my 2nd back for next year, or a 2nd back for next year, so I'm not totally drafting like you and shit. So just sitting there watching all the players go, like, oh man. So yeah, so we made a deal. We went back and forth for a couple hours, just trying to get the logistics down with it. But I'm happy with it. Obviously, I did it, so I'm happy with it. And I mean, it proved good. I know y'all was mad at me or whatever. I know Stan was like, "Why'd you let JT back in the game?"
I said that
like,
to JT.
I was like, "Man, I'm just trying to get my picks next year back, so or at least one, because I'm not gonna get it first." So yeah, that was my whole thing with that. I just wanted to have a little bit of security for next year, you know what I'm saying? So
I understand
for that back-to-back run, you know what I mean?
That back-to-back run, there it is. So Stan, why you got so much against JT? Why you going back in the 3rd round, man?
It's not just JT. It's anybody that's proven that they have a good shot at winning this thing. JT has been in multiple championship games. Hasn't pulled him out, but he's been there. He's like the Buffalo Bills of this league. And it's like what I say with basketball. It's only a matter of time if you keep tapping that glass. That joint's going to shatter. And it's like someone who can already figure out a way to get there, we don't need to help him. If he's already down, like...
But what happens if he's giving out good deals, though?
That's what he does. He's the reason why we are trading draft picks now. He started that. I just don't want to see him succeed while I'm out here trying to win a championship. If I win this year, he can succeed next year. I'll be cool with it. But I mean, it's not just him. JT, don't be offended. I feel the same way about Scotty.
And that brings us into the 3rd trade of the season so far between yours truly and his puppet or something, but whatever.
Yours truly and his puppet. Who's his puppet?
What you mean?
Laz, the only.
No, he traded with
Laz.
I traded with the Braves.
What'd you trade with?
Draft day.
Draft day. I traded a 3rd round pick for my next year's 2nd round pick, and then we just swapped.
Oh, I didn't know that trade.
Yeah, that's how I got Jonathan Taylor, in that beginning of the 3rd round. So that was my draft day trade with Liam, which we had something on the table before you took. He's like, let me reach out to Los before you took that one. So I was telling Pretty Ricky, I said, hey, if Los don't take this trade, your boy's back in this 1st round. Your boy's back in this 1st round. And then he said, let me just lower this down for Los a little bit, see if he wants to take this. I'm like, why would you need to lower it down for? I'm like, man, I got a solid deal on this table for you right now. I ain't gonna go into details of what it was, but it was a fantastic deal for this young man.
What's the details?
I mean, you can say it now.
I'm meeting his asking price, and then I threw in something else just to make me a little bit. Sweeten the deal for me as well as.
That's my boy. You looking out for me. I appreciate you, Leon.
He said, let me go to Lowe's first, and then so I was meeting his deal, his expectations of what he wanted. I switched up one little. It's not switching up. I added a little piece for me to feel a little bit better for this draft because Leah's philosophy is like, hey, if you're gonna trade, I'm gonna take everything you got. You're taking everything from me next year. I'm taking everything from you this year. So, I add a little bit to that. So, so now JT, he's on the pup list. So I feel like my team will come together. I know that's what you guys want to ask about next. Is my trade that I made today for Cup.
I ain't even seen anything.
Hmm?
I haven't seen anything, so this is new to me.
Oh, the deal today?
Traded Stafford and Cup.
Oh, it already went through?
No, it was going through.
Well, I mean, like, it's on Yahoo?
Yeah. It's last trades Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford, and I trade Joe Mixon and Anthony Richardson with no draft picks involved.
And I said right after you made that trade, I said that's going to be the last trade with no draft picks involved. And then here come Fat Boy, like 2 minutes later, hey, let me get Trevor Lawrence for my 2nd and 7th next year. I said, oh my God. I said, are you kidding me?
Hey, if he was willing to do it,
I know. I'm like, Laz, you better jump on that, bro. Like, if he gonna offer it, jump on it.
Yeah.
Pause, but man.
He said, jump on it, pause.
That boy still don't understand stacking.
I really don't get it, man. Like, so for you, like I get the Cup pickup for you, but I mean just the player in general, but I don't understand why you picked him up when you have 2 solid receivers and you don't have that good running backs.
For me,
I won't say that good, but producing running backs like
Joe Mixon. I got Joe Mixon, I got Gibbs, and then I have Jonathan Taylor, so I had a trio. For me, it was I needed something to give me that wow factor, and I feel like that person who always can give you like that 25 plus on any given Sunday is what I needed for my team. Like Devontae Smith is solid, as well as Jarek. I feel like Jarek Wilson, that's his name, right? Jarek Wilson. I feel like they're solid. They're going to produce like they are. They're PPR people and all that stuff. But I feel like with Cooper Kupp, a touchdown is icing the cake. That's like 35 points. Where Joe Mixon, I feel like he'll do the same thing. But I feel like with Jonathan Taylor could come back week 5 and we stay afloat, like I always say every single year. Let me just stay 2-2, 3-5, whatever, 3-2, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Then I feel like I'll be good. And then Danny Dimes, I feel like he has something to prove. So I wanted Anthony Richardson because of dual threat. I'm like, they ain't got no other running back in Indianapolis, so he's like another Cam Newton or something like that. And they said this dude only threw like less than 400 passes in his whole career. Talking about college, so I'm like, I feel like he's just gonna be a runner like Jalen Hurts, though. So
he will definitely.
Yeah, so I definitely gonna miss on that. But I feel like with Cooper Kupp, I feel like it could take me to another level. And then,
especially if you're starting Stafford with him, he's throwing touchdown passes too.
Right.
Yeah, but Stafford's gonna be on the bench. I'll be real with you. I'm locking in on Danny Dimes. I'm running with 3 wide receiver set with Gibbs, and then Deion Jackson until Jonathan Taylor comes back, and then I'm just gonna be like my boy Stan. But I don't know the reason why. I know this is a change of subject. Why I'm always number 14 on the waiver wire, like. I just started to the 3rd round. Why I'm number 14 on the waiver wire? Like, what is going on with that?
Who's number 1?
No, it wasn't me, but I know Stan is always at the top. He was like number 4. Yeah. I'm like, how is Stan always up there for?
You in cahoots with Yahoo?
Yeah.
I might be.
The number 1 is Ricky Houseway.
What?
Houseway.
Oh, because y'all made moves already, though.
No, I didn't do no waiver wire pickup.
Oh.
I picked somebody up, from the draft, but it wasn't like waiver wire. It was like I was able to add them right after the draft.
Oh, yeah, because they haven't played yet.
Yeah. And then number 2 is Winter's Coming. Number 3 is Zarek. Number 4 is S-Dot.
Yours truly.
Houseway. And then we already know S-Dot solution. Let me just hold this number 1
hold it down
until the end of the season.
Because what do you feel like you need from your team?
Nothing at the moment. I feel like we're set. We're ready to go. I got to see what the Jets are doing with their running game. Like if they want to start my guy like earlier, if they're going to wait. But other than that, we're good.
Let me see people
Yeah. So
quarterbacks, I probably could upgrade, but I'm just giving the youngsters a chance. Look, the first time I ever won it, I had 2 young quarterbacks.
Yeah. So I was going to try to trade JT, Anthony Richardson, but I feel like his asking price would have been a lot more. I mean, the value I got back for Anthony Richardson wouldn't have been as good as Cooper Kupp because he has Chris Olave and Chris Whaley, which is pretty much what I got. I love Chris Olave, No homo. But I didn't feel like there was anybody else that could be an upgrade. Whereas like with Laz, I feel like he's getting an upgrade with the running back and his quarterback play, even though he does have Trav. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So I feel like it was a good solid deal for both of us, honestly, because now he can run without Geno Smith, but I think he likes Geno, so now he has trade bait to keep making moves. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, I'm for the people, man. Like at the end of the day, I'm for the people. I ain't about myself, man, because I could have flipped Anthony Richardson for somebody else, but I passed that out to Young Buck, man. Let him make moves. He got 3 quarterbacks. Fat Boy, you see, he's desperate already. He needs giving out a second round already. So Fat Boy, if you want Danny Dimes, I'll give him for a second round. You know what I'm saying? Just a shout out.
Can we talk about how petty I tried to be on draft day? I saw like all the quarterbacks were going, and like I was just gonna waste a pick and be like, "Hey, I'm picking up a quarterback." Old boy from New England, but then Dame picked him up, I believe.
Yeah, Dame has Mac Jones.
Who'd you get, Anthony Richardson?
I forgot Baker Mayfield was still out there when I said that, but
what I'm doing right now, I'm putting in your trade into the trade analyzer. I just want to see what they say.
They're gonna say that Laz won that trade, man, off top.
I know. I think I saw something that Laz said he was always ranked last, but honestly, in the week 1 rankings, we got him at number 8. Like he moved up.
Yes, it's giving you the yes, giving you the you got it.
That I got what?
That you got the better end of the deal.
Because you got them stacked.
It only says by 10 points or 20 points. That's all.
Every time Stafford.
That's a fair deal right there.
Every time Stafford throws a touchdown to Cup, that's extra points.
Nah, my Stafford's gonna be on the bench.
Who is their quarterback? If he's gonna be on, or
your bench.
Oh, my bench, yeah.
Runs in the family. They don't know how to stack. Huh?
I guess not.
Why would you not start Matt Stafford though?
I gotta see what he's looking like, man, in that offensive line. I keep doing research on it. It's like the offensive line is terrible, and the running game is terrible too with Cam Akers. So that's the reason why Cooper Kupp, we getting those quick slants all the time, and his route tree is impeccable. But
I guess that makes sense if you do run 3 because we are in a PPR league, so that makes sense to run the receivers who are going to get. Yeah, okay.
And until I start seeing, certain games like they play 49ers, definitely be on the bench. But if you play somebody like I don't know the Seahawks and
that's
LA,
week 1. I said that's week 1. Seattle.
You know what I mean? I'll throw it to him inside the dome, but in the weather, I'm like, I gotta see things.
No first. Jamal Adams.
Play Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. He'll play then. You know what I mean? So it'll be certain matchups, but for the most part, he'll just be
New Orleans
riding the bench, and I just roll my 3 wide receivers unless somebody's there. Unless somebody wants Gabe Davis, he's on the block too. So come holler at your boy for that.
That's Ricky, man. Go ahead and give him.
My man making moves on the podcast. So I mean, my team's solid. If anybody needs something, he's on the block.
Yeah. So out of the top 4, y'all think is going to be the one that flops, man? You got Ricky, Dean, Los, and 49ers game Fat Boy.
Was that a question for Stan?
Why you look at me?
Is that just for me, or is that because
if it was anybody other than Fat Boy,
now let's
I'm gonna say Ricky. I can't even take this question serious, but I'll say Ricky because I know he's already itching to make a move. I already know, and I'm like, bro, just wait it out a couple weeks, see what you have on your team. But I know he's itching to make a move. That's my answer, other than Fat Boy.
So I had a default answer, but
I wish we had the questions that we had last year to ask him again this year, because I feel like I was head on last year. Like when we were talking about like the high score and then the person who was going to finish first or last, which was Fat Boy, and his last was like the last 2.
Okay, well, last I think is going to be different. Like who's going to get last place? I think it's going to probably be Shanika. I think this is going to be the year where she just dips.
Who's going to be in the consolation?
Who's going to win the consolation?
Yeah, who's going to win the consolation?
Yeah.
This year? Shanika?
No.
Let's see.
I'm going to say Dame.
So Dame's not making a play. He's going to the consolation bracket.
He got a solid team too.
Bro, it's some heavy hitters out there though. Like when you look at if Ricky keeps his team the way it is, if Dean keeps his team the way it is, if Los keeps his team the way it is, if I come back to form, if Scotty makes these deals, like that's already 5 names. You only get 6 spots in the playoffs.
Yeah. The only thing is, I feel like Dipset, they got a couple easy ones with Home of the Brave and Shanika's team, and we'll see what Laz's team and God did do. So I feel like those are some gimme wins right there for you guys down there. So who got David first week? Let's see.
I think I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Then you projected 190 to his 125. Dang. Nobody on David's team is projected over 20 points, bro. And then he got 2-3 people that's not his kicker projected for less than 10. That is crazy.
Tight end. He's high on that tight end.
So I answer, who do y'all think is going to be the first team to bow out of that top 4 of all the A pluses?
I think it's gonna be Fat Boy. I mean, I'm not. I'm on record right now.
The only reason I say not Dean, because I know who the true GM of that team is. Yes, I'm still talking about that, Dean and Caitlin. Yes, I know who the true GM of that. So
we heard on the phone. We heard on the phone. We called him.
Yeah.
Who you want?
So
Who you want?
she's not going to be selling unless like things just don't go their way. So, and then I feel like Losa's team, there's nobody who's going to really trade all those picks to get those people from, unless he's like packaging people. So it's going to be hard for Losa to do it. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be like, hey, first round pick for Nick Chubb and Pat Mahomes after the trade deadline or something like that to get
both
those first rounds.
For a first round?
Huh?
You want to package both of those for one first round?
I feel like that's what's gonna have to be because
bro.
Because who did Liam's first? He already got your first round. Ricky, I don't feel like Ricky's gonna try to sell first round picks for it, and he normally does sell first round picks. I give away first round picks.
I was gonna say
JT gives away first round picks. I feel like Vinny's team all together is not. Vinny will be the one that I have to be like, hey, I need 2 of those people for my first round pick because he has multiple spots he needs to fill. So that's the reason I feel like it's gonna be like that's the only way that people gonna sell their first round pick to Lowe's is like, I need 2 of those people. I don't know if that makes sense though, but so yeah. The only reason I say Fat Boy again is just because he ain't got no quarterback.
Yeah, man.
And history.
Yeah,
history. But I feel like this is his best team he has by far, at least starters. But when injuries take place with his team is what he's going to really do. That's where it's going to be like, can he respond when someone has injuries? Because his starters are nasty besides his bench. So, yeah, besides that, Fat Boy, you got Jerry Jeudy, man. I got that boy Mims, man. They say that's the missing link for Russell Wilson. Might be his new Tyler Lockett. So, so come holler at your boy, man.
Let's make a deal. Let's get that name, boy.
And then Rick, man, I feel like he does have the pressure on him, man, to be honest with you. So
he's sweating.
Yeah, like his team is nasty too, but
that's why I'm just sitting back. Like I'm not like my team is good, but I think my team isn't like a Ricky team where it's like it's stacked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like Ricky's team is stacked and Dean's team are stacked. So it's like they're expected to do something. You know what I mean? Like, and it says I'm projected to do 13-1, but like I don't have a deep bench like that in my eyes.
Yeah.
I do, but it's just who I play. You know.
So what you feel is missing from your bench?
I definitely the tight end if Mark Andrews don't go. Because he's supposed to have he's diabetic and stuff, and he's been having issues the last couple of weeks. So if he don't go, I'm dealing with Juwan Johnson.
And so how do you feel about Pat Muse from the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were asking him. So
I would have picked him up.
You
Scotty
had
didn't. That's my guy.
I thought he had Pat. Yeah, that's the dude.
I was just like getting the feel for the temperature in the room.
Fire moves is good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got it for you right there, man.
So, but it's just Deshaun. I mean, Nick Chubb going to do what Nick Chubb does. Eckler going to do what Eckler does. Patty, obviously.
Yeah.
And I've never drafted Tyler before, and but going into the season or going into the draft, I was like, man, Tyler's always been solid. With whatever he's been given. So
who, Tyler Lockett?
Mm-hmm. So that's why I picked him. So and then AJ.
Yeah, I feel like you just need a receiver too, man.
That's what I don't want.
You got that. I got that for you, my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. Oh yeah, Deontay on the bench, but yeah. So I'm just chilling. Like I said, my team ain't stacked like the other two.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just ride it out till the wheels fall off. And if I, you know what I'm saying, get off the playoffs, then I'm just gonna get that first round pick or first overall pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like Ricky, he's gonna be that super high scorer again this year. Like with Josh Allen, Adams, depending on Jimmy G, but
yeah.
Devontae, he said he's been quarterback proof anyways. But Tyreek Hill, I just don't know about his running back core. That's the only thing. It's like I like the names, but is it what's it really going to be? And then you got Kelsey, so that's 30 points each week right there with Kelsey. So I feel like Ricky's definitely going to be solid right there. I just don't know about his running back core. So I feel like if he does make a move, it has to be to upgrade that position right there. And then it's like, who does he really go to? Jonathan Taylor? You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, low key, his running backs they're kind of solid. They're the starters. They're getting most of the touches. Josh Jacobs.
But
what's his name?
I think
Ramondre Stevenson and Najee Harris.
I think with Ramondre, with Zeke going over there, not saying Zeke's going to just take over all kinds of stuff, but I think that third down goal line, they're going to run Zeke more because, I mean, he's a you know what I'm saying, he's a bully. And then Josh Jacobs, I mean, he's going to, because I was, listening to podcasts, stuff like that, and they said Josh Jacobs before last season, he's never had like 1,000 yards or more than 1,000 yards and stuff like that.
I think besides like his rookie year, he got close to that. I think.
So he's having that. It is a contract year, so he has something to prove, and that's why Ricky said he drafted him. But with Jimmy G back there, like they're gonna. It's all brand new, so I don't think he's gonna produce what he did last year for sure. Like he's not gonna get the rushing title, and that in fantasy, the number one running back for the previous year doesn't repeat. You know what I mean? He doesn't get. Well, he probably gets close, but he doesn't repeat. Mm-hmm. So that's something else too, where he's not going to get that production. So, but I will say that what's his name? What's the other one he has? Najee Harris. That one is kind of tricky too. So I see what you're saying about having like a super solid because Jaylen Warren is gonna eat up some of them carries a little bit, or eat up some. He's gonna be in there passing downs and stuff like that. So, and there people were high on Jaylen Warren or the camp. You know what I'm saying? The Pittsburgh camp. Mm-hmm. They're high on him and stuff. And they want to get more involved and stuff. So, I don't know, man.
As long as Kenny Pickett's throwing it to him, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, fast.
So, but I mean, he still has a solid ass team though. Like his team is stacked. So I'm interested to see what Aaron Rodgers does for him because I got him in another league, so I want him to do good.
Wilson, I don't care what he does.
Yeah. So I wish I could have got Wilson, man. I should have traded my third round pick. I should have kept it.
I did tell you that on the phone.
But he went second. No, he went third round with you, huh?
Yeah, he went third with me.
Yeah, so I could have got him. Because they were sitting there too. It was like AJ and him. And I was like, oh man. I was like, I don't know. I should have took him. I messed up a couple times. In the draft.
My only hiccup I would have said was Devontae Smith, but I need But when Ramondre Stevenson was still there, and I seen like him, I was like going back and forth. I'm like Smith or Stevenson. I'm like, Smith is my guy, I already know, man, he's my guy, so he's when I'm my guy, and I feel like he's better than AJ Brown, honestly, but, they pay AJ Brown the money, so he's going to have to get his targets too, though, but that's not here nor there, though, but now that I look at it, okay, if I would take Stevenson, but then I still would have needed a wide receiver, but the wide receiver game is kind of deep, but I feel like what Devontae Smith could do is a step above the receivers that were kind of be left later in the draft. So that's all I let him get Smith, because I feel like he's like a tier 3 or something like that. But if he's on his team by himself, he could be like like a tier 2. Yeah. I ain't gonna say he's Justin Jefferson or anything like that. But
he'll catch the ball though.
Yeah, he plays way bigger than his size though. So I would say like that was my only hiccup in the draft. Like, okay, get him, and then I would have had all those running backs. But then what I had Anthony Richardson and Danny Jones in the 5th round, Then I'll be waiting. I think it was like to the 7th round for a wide receiver. But I didn't think what's that boy's name? Drake London was still going to be there, and I still needed a tight end at that time too. So I was like, let me just roll with that and fill out some of this team. Because I already did 3 running backs in a row with Mixon, Taylor, and Gibbs. So, yeah.
I'll say, as usual, this draft was really unpredictable because I had, like 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get running back, receiver, quarterback. Hopefully a good one, and then come back in the later rounds and get another quarterback. But I was like, man, these quarterbacks are starting to move kind of fast.
A little bit.
And that's how I ended up with them youngsters. Because I was going to try to pick up Aaron Rodgers, like, before I had that little break between picks. But then I was like, man, there's still so much heat out here that are, could get touches.
Yeah. I'm looking at Fat Boy's team. I kind of like it, actually.
His team is nice. He just ain't got another quarterback.
Yeah.
And his bench is his depth is not there. So that's why I be trying to tell people, Fat Boy, I hope you listening too, man. You need some depth. Come holler at your boy, man, before the season starts and the price goes up. Like I tell you guys every year. The price just goes up, and then next thing you know, I'm coming for that 3rd round pick again. So come shopping with your boy, man.
Because, just get rid of Hunt and get you, what I'm saying, some depth.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can get rid of Hunt, man, because I feel like he's the top running back on the market still. So that first injury, I feel like they're going to sign Hunt.
Yeah, but let's see. Bijan is week 11, and Saquon's week 13. So for 11 weeks or 10 weeks, you're gonna have 2 solid running backs. So
yeah.
Get rid of Hunt if you try to get him later.
I'll pick him up. But I think he should be MVS, if that's my opinion.
MVS, Hunt.
Because he still got 3 wide receivers. He got Waddle, Samuel, and Lamb.
Yeah, which is... Yeah, he actually kind of got a nice squad.
Yeah, he got a nice squad.
Hawkinson
is number 2 in Minnesota. And then it's going to just come down to Justin Fields. It's going to be like that hot streak Justin Fields, or it's going to be like that beginning of the year Justin Fields, where he's only going for 100 yards. And then only
first game was crazy last year.
Huh?
That first game was crazy.
Yeah, versus 49ers?
Yeah.
We say it, though. You can have all the talent in the world, but what is that GM going to do?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this year is going to come down to, really.
Yeah.
It's like, even my team is like we could float, and I don't need to be that top spot. I just need to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. So out of the bottom 4, you got Shanikas. I know you guys going to probably pick JT, but I still ask the question. Shanikas, Emerald City, home of the Brave, and all we do is win. Which one you guys think would be the surprise team? And we could probably add Dame because he's number 10. So the bottom 5. So who you guys think is going to be the surprise team out of that?
JT wouldn't be a surprise for me. I got a lot of respect for that dude. Just why I want to see him in the bottom all the time.
Let's see.
You say you want him at the bottom?
Every year. Who do I think is going to be a surprise out of the bottom 4 of the ranking?
Yeah.
It's got to be...
Home of the Brave. Let me look at this team.
For me, I think it's probably Shanika. Home of the Brave, he has a lot going on for sure. Because he Kyler Murray, Jeff Wilson got 2 IR spots. That might be actually the surprise, actually.
Home of the Brave? If he can dig himself out of that?
Yeah, because that's tough. He has Kirk.
T. Higgins.
And he has Kyler Murray. That's the other quarterback. So there's no other quarterbacks on the market. Because Dean just picked up Romeo Dobbs. Not Romeo Dobbs. The Arizona quarterback, whoever's the dude over there. Because they cut Colt McCoy. But he has receivers. T. Higgins, Pittman, Michael Thomas, Myers, Smith, Juju. Yeah, he would definitely be a surprise.
Yeah.
Because Charbonnet's not even, he's not starting. but he is gonna eat into some of
Kenneth Walker.
Mm-hmm. And Tajay Spears.
Liam just has a throwback team. You take his team 3 years ago, his team was nasty, but
I just yeah, for sure. Zeke and Juju and stuff.
Shanika's team has the ability to have some hot weeks with Herbert and Howell.
That's why I looked at her team first.
And Buffalo's defense.
Because of the Brandon Cooks pick. You know, we don't know what we're going to get with Chris Godwin because I think Baker Mayfield, we'll see what that is. But and then Cole Kmet, like, do we know if Justin Fields didn't use him a lot last year?
And now he's got DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Towards the end, he started using Cole Kmet for a little bit. That's why he shot up the rankings a little bit. When they started opening up the offense, Cole Kmet was getting nasty. But yeah, she got Brandon Ayuk on the bench too. So
yeah, so I would start him. I would start him over Brandon Cooks.
Yeah,
for real, because Brandon Cooks and even he's like.
You giving out tips now?
I mean,
he said I don't play it.
He's our fourth look. You know what I mean?
I feel like her receiving core is decent. Because I think she only had a first round pick, or no first round pick, and then she only came with the second round, and then she just had her pick after that. So she took Justin Herbert in the second round, which that's the person I really wanted was Justin Herbert. So I was trying to get into the second round to get him. Swift, man, he might be surprised. But Sanders had a career year in the offense, but then that coordinator did go to Indianapolis too. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what that really looks like over there, and if he can stay healthy.
From what I hear, though, Swift isn't the dude over there, though. I think they're trying to go with Penny.
Oh, Rashad Penny?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's
Jalen how long is Penny going to last, too.
That, but it's Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? So, but like you said, Miles Sanders did have a good year last year. That's why he got that contract to go over to Carolina. So.
Yeah.
Maybe. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, that and he's been there for forever. So. Yeah. But I just think that what's it called? Leon has a bigger hole to dig himself out of though, just because he doesn't have another quarterback. Mm-hmm. Whereas Shanika, she has two quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Is she gonna be engaged in the season, or she's gonna just let things grow? That's gonna be the question.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you pay your money, so I was like, all right.
Actually, we're still waiting on that.
Oh, we need that payment from last and equal. So.
But yeah, I think yeah, home of the brave for sure.
Yeah.
And then who what do you think about Phil's team? Because he's quiet. He participates a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying? He came to the draft when it was at my crib a couple of years ago. We haven't seen him too much. Well, at least I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he's on IR right now, so yeah. I feel like
I go up against him the first week and they got us like dead even.
Yeah, he has like the potential team. Like his team could go one way or the other. Like
he drafted really, really well.
Yeah. Like I feel like his team could go either way. Like if Kenneth Walker does become that dude that how he was looking last year, then they go and draft you said a Cabernet. It's like, okay, well you just had this rookie dude who was a sensation, and so like drafting a running back. So if he could be that workhorse role and then J.K. Dobbins stay healthy, I feel like that's gonna be a huge pickup with J.K. Dobbins. Like everybody always says, like dude averages like 4.8 yards a carry, but he only plays like 3 games a year is a thing. Then you got the rookie tight end, so is that a new fad? Normally people say tight ends take about 2 to 3 years before they really show up, but the dude from the Mute, Fairmouth, yeah, he had like 8 touchdowns his rookie year, so things might be changing with how the game is. But and then you got Dak, it's like the weeks where you need Dak, is he gonna perform or is he gonna be that mediocre dude?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like his will go either way, and I feel like Nuke Hopkins, I feel like people are not giving him a shot, but I feel like Ryan Tannehill with that boy Henry in the backfield will give him a little bit of one-on-one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A lot of one-on-one coverage. So I know he's gonna eat that up. I'm like, he showed that last year in Arizona. I'm like, dude, 30. He's like LeBron James. He'd be 35 and still eating out there, bro.
Like they had when he got that catch in the end zone.
Yeah.
He had the Jordan gloves on. They was like,
yeah,
just go get it.
Just go get it, you know. And then you got Marquise Brown. I haven't been high on him because I had him a couple years ago with Lamar when this dude be like butt naked wide open and drop the ball. He dropped the ball in the end zone and like Lamar leaves it in the bread basket and he just drops the ball. I'm like, bro, that's like 4 touchdowns you could have this year.
Right, 60 yards.
Yeah, 60 yards. So I feel like if Jordan Addison could pick up like where Adam Thielen and all those other number 2s leave off at it.
I wanted to pick him up, man.
Yeah, then I feel like his team will be solid. I'm not saying it'll be like jump over somebody else though, but
yeah.
I feel like he can make a couple moves and get in there. But I just feel like, honestly, bro, this year is going to come down to you and Ricky and Dean and Fat One, what you guys really do. Like, to be honest with you, like, and it's crazy because you guys are in each division. So, like, you got, you're with, who are you with?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're by yourself.
Yeah, I'm by myself. It's them over there fighting.
Yeah, so you got all three. Ricky got all 3 down there. So
but I got 4 championship mines in mine, though. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
So that's a different because it's I got you, JT, Stan, and
David.
Yeah. So that's 4 people who won it. You know what I'm saying? They risked it for the biscuit. You know what I mean? Like y'all did it. So
you can make it there. You can make it anywhere.
Yeah, you know, and it's a locks too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so.
and then so you know they got that division down there with. So it's gonna be interesting how like those rankings went because they have projected them to be 13 and 1. So it's like
that's what I was saying on the phone.
Somebody got to be losing out here.
I said, "How, Sway? We can't have 4 teams 13 and 1 out here."
Well, they only have 2. Just
3.
They're all 3.
It was just me and Dean.
Well, I thought it was
no 49ers game. Dean and Ricky are in the bottom and did that.
No, he was
talking
saying
about that projected
record,
13 and 1.
Projected 13 and 1 record. The finish the season.
Yeah.
Because they had me and then you, and then it went to 11 and 3 with you, Ricky, and I think Scotty too at 11 and 3.
I think they just got us all beating David. That's
yeah. But I'm excited, man. This is gonna be fun. I work Sundays now, so I gotta red zone it on my phone for at least the first part of it.
So they're saying Dean's gonna lose once, and then 49er game's gonna lose 3 times, and then Ricky's gonna lose 3 times. So they're just gonna lose each other.
Guess so.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just forget about the rest of us. We don't matter, and that's how I like it. Fly under the radar.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Like I'm just like I'm saying it, so I'm not really flying on the radar, but I'm just chilling. Like I'm not making no blockbuster moves. I'm not doing nothing. Like I just want to win. I just want to win this thing. Put my name on that damn trophy. Okay, get my name back from y'all with my damn.
Said, who is the master?
You know what I mean? I just need it. I've won in other leagues. Okay, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I got some championships under my belt, but with people, you know what I'm saying, that not just the Yahoo public leagues, all right? So, but yeah, for here, man,
the granddaddy of them all.
Yeah, exactly, man. This is the one right here. We 10 years in. You know what I mean? Like we got championships, we got rings. You know what I'm saying? We got podcasts now. Like this is it. So
it's moving and grooving. So let me ask you this: since you're trying to be all in, do you feel like David's method will be worth it of just buying everything? You have a home, you buy it.
For me personally, I mean it can work. It did work, but for me personally, I don't think there's anything I need like that to where I will trade it all. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm going to give up my second round again, or give up my third or something like that to start off in the 4th. Like I said, if Andrews can't perform, then I might need a tight end, but I'm not gonna give up. You know what I'm saying? Like second and third for something. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna maybe I'll waiver wire. You know what I'm saying? Go that route, but or just rock it out with Juwan and see what it is. So
you say you're not gonna. So you're not all in like David was last year.
I guess not. I mean, it all could tell, man. It's before the season right now, so.
Well, I'm saying because he filled every hole. Like somebody went down. I need a quarterback, y'all.
we've been in this, 10, 12 years now. Mm-hmm. I've seen it happen twice where, like, because when Derek went out and he gave that team to Corey and he had all those picks early, that was a team that, was successful. And then David's squad where he was like, all right, I need something, got it. I need something, got it. That's the only 2 times I've ever seen it actually work out.
Like I said, that's like, right now I'm saying it, no, I don't want to. You know what I mean? Right now I'm saying it. Who knows? Week 11 comes and I'm in the playoffs, but I got to go up against you because now you done got Kelsey and this dude over here. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? So, or you done got Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? Like just somehow you did it. And now I gotta face you.
Damn, my brother. Let me go holler at Justin Herbert.
Which brings me back to why are we helping JT and Scotty?
Well, I'm just saying
because they figure out a way to be competitive at the end.
And that's what I'm saying. So I for right now, no, I'm not. I don't want to. But as the season progresses and as the office hours extend, you know what I'm saying? Like. I might have to.
You
know
know
what
the
I'm
days get shorter, but the hours get longer.
You know what I mean? Like
the holiday temp seasons where there's extra workers hired.
I might have to get out there and make some moves. You know what I mean? So I've honestly went all in, given my first and second already gone. You know what I mean? I lucked out, got a second back, but at the same time, like. Like what y'all say? Hands and nuts. You know what I mean? Nuts in your hand, man. Like, but so I'm right now, like I said, I'm just gonna ride it out.
Yeah.
Hoping that Eckler is just a freaking PPR monster and just catching freaking everything thrown to him, and that that Patty can give me 40, 60 a game.
Yeah, but we have to give out a shout out to our sponsors. So we have a quick commercial break if you want to give a shout out to our sponsors.
What you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk inside your trunk? Go ahead and call up me, Carlos, and Ricky to come and pick up whatever you need. We take away refrigerators, barbecues, lawnmowers, water heaters. Okay, we take roofs. We take if you just got your roof done. We can take the shingling, okay? We take concrete, okay? Whatever you need, we do gutter cleaning, okay? Pressure washing, all right? So just hit us up, 253-271-0767. You can hit us up at on Instagram at JunksTac. You can hit us up on email, 253junk@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We're getting to the fall season. So we can do some gutter cleaning for y'all. I would say that we would get some Christmas lights hanging, but I don't know about that
yet. And that's our sponsor, the UTB 253 podcast. We are looking for additional sponsors as well, so be on the lookout.
I know. I feel like Los now. I got something to say. In the band. The app that we're using now for communication needs band. Looking for sponsors. Holla at you boys. But the rivalries. Someone asked if there were rivalries in this league. And I like to start off with saying the 2 guys that I've been saying the names the most. If there was anybody who I felt threatened the throne that I sit on as the best GM in this league, it would be JT and Scotty. I have 3 championships. They both have 1, but if there was somebody that would get to 2 before I could get to 4, I think it would be those 2 guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. But I will say, my God did makes it a lot difficult, man. Like,
that's the rivalry right there.
When the players hate her ball, it is God did out there.
Hey.
It is God did. That brother right there, man. He's certified, man.
I'm not trading with you.
Bro, I remember I was offering this man like a 2nd round pick for Darren Waller. And this dude said no.
I said never.
I'm like, man, God did, man. Happy anniversary again, brother, man. So, yeah, Yeah, man. I just feel like it's going to be a good year. I feel like drafting this early is weird, honestly. Just because you have to sit on your hands for like 2 weeks with your team. And you're like, man, looking every day, any updates. And I'm like, I ain't got anything right now. Then you finally see something blue, you do a read and it's like, oh, it's nothing. He returned to practice or whatever it is. But I kind of do like it just because then you don't really know. And then it gets people, when they're lonely and stuff like that, you can make a deal with them a little bit. So while you guys are lonely out there, man, you know what I'm saying, boy, let's make a deals out here, man. Again, I just say it one more time for you guys. I'm for the community, man. It's not about me. It's about you guys out there. You see my family, David, he went out there, got that shit, man. Gave him that boy Tom Brady out there. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, believe in the things that I try to do for you guys, man. There ain't nothing like me like that, man. So, that's all I got to say, man, for you guys. But I look forward to the season, the top 4. Los is by himself. So, Rick, man, what you going to do, man? And Dean and 49ers game. See who's going to be the division winner. So who y'all think is the division winner out of that league? Ooh, that division, excuse me.
I ain't even ask him if he had a rivalry, but it's cool.
My rivalry was just me, man.
You your own worst enemy?
I'm my own worst enemy because I tinker a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. That tinker time. Oh, he looked good. Oh. Well, no, he can. The match is better over here, and I end up messing up that way. So, you said the division winner for that one.
Can I say one more thing? Because I'm me. Not only do I have you two as rivalries, Fat Boy too. I don't know what it is, but ever since he came into this league, me and him have not been able to see eye to eye in this league. But it's like. We're like the Lakers and the Clippers almost. We just happen to be in the same city, but we're not the same. But it's there every time.
Lakers, Clippers?
Come on now. He's the Clippers. Damn. I don't know why I even walked myself into that. Clearly he's the Clippers because I've got championships and he don't. But it's like every time we're playing against each other or there's talk in the league, like last year when he brought my name up, it's like it's there. It's something there. So I'm saying it's a rivalry. Okay, Scotty, what were you saying about it?
I jumped that question, my bad. I'll say mine is God did, man. It's not even like we play each other all the time because we're always in a different division all the time, but it's just like the chat room rivalry.
It's something there, right?
Yeah,
like,
something
you
there.
Can't explain it.
I remember I had Kirk Cousins when he was with the Redskins, and he was like on fire. I was like, man, who should I play? Should I play Kirk Cousins or should I play Aaron Rodgers? It wasn't Aaron Rodgers, but it was another quarterback or maybe another position. And Vinny was like, man, you don't want to play Kirk Cousins, man. He's on the Redskins, man. He's playing the Cowboys. You know how tough that game is, And it was like, I think it was Thanksgiving Day, matter of fact, because I was going to my cousin's house up in Linwood. And I was like, you know what? Let me play Kirk Cousins. And then I talked to Benny. I was like, bro, this dude is getting off right now. He said, yeah, I was hoping you didn't play him because I knew he was going to get off. I was like, bro, why you just be hating on me for, bro? I was like, bro, he made the movement last year for people not to trade with me was Benny. So I would say just something there as Stan would say is Benny for God did is my rivalry right there.
Did.
Now you were saying who would win what division?
This division out of Ricky, Fat Boy, and Dean. They're all in the same one.
About that one, week 2, I think WTF happened plays Dean Chosen 1. So whoever comes out on top of that one.
Not week 2. Oh,
that's not week 2?
My bad, I'm on week 1 still. It is week 2.
It is week 2, yeah.
Come on now, I'm watching everybody else out here. I think that might be the first test, and we'll see who comes out on top of that one. Now, with that being said, that game, again, because I know how Ricky thinks, if he loses that game, it might get into the back of his mind. It's like a boxer when you get hit real hard, and you're like, dang, I didn't know he had that kind of power. I need to counter it. But if Ricky wins it, I think he'll be like, all right, I'm good to go. Dean, I don't really see him making too many moves because that team is decent. I think he'll be like, well, the household. I think the household will be like, we're good, relax, like Aaron Rodgers. But I like to see who comes out on top of that one. I think they have to play each other twice, don't they?
Yeah, down in your own division, you played the twice.
But I just want to see that first one.
I'm gonna.
I got 49ers game first.
I was just gonna say. Oh, you got 49ers.
I got first week, man. He was only supposed to get 3 losses, so.
He ain't winning the division, though.
I know, but he was supposed to have 3 losses. So.
I guess I didn't answer it. I'll say Dean's winning that division.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Fat Boy's gonna win it.
This will be the year.
I think 49ers game's gonna win that division.
That he finally makes the playoffs.
I'm looking at their teams, and now where he drafted all these players is whatever. It was really talked about that. It was cool, but I don't know. I like his team though. It does suck. He doesn't have another quarterback, so that week 13. Ooh. Okay, hold on.
I hope I play him week 13.
Week 13, you don't have a quarterback. That's right before the playoffs. Ooh.
As I said, like those two guys look like they thought it all out and everything.
I'm gonna take my boy Pretty Ricky, man. I'm gonna take Pretty Ricky because I feel like out of those teams, he has the best depth and he has the best home run hitters. You know what I mean? With Allen, Adams, and Hill, and then Kelsey, he has 4 straight home run hitters every week where it's like 30 to 50 points with them dudes. And Dean, I feel like Dean is with Jefferson and Hurts has it, and Henry could definitely do it, but that's only them. And then anytime Tua kills, that means Hill's killing. So it's like Ricky gets to play off of that. So I feel like Ricky would be there, and then 49ers game, I like his team too. He has some home run hitters with Fields and the running backs, but I'm not a huge believer in CeeDee Lamb like that. So just because his quarterback is Dak Prescott, so I feel like Ricky's going to take that division.
Busy though.
Huh?
He gets busy though.
Yeah, I feel like Ricky's going to win it, depending on what he does. But again, it's not about what he does; it's right with our predictions. So I'll take Ricky. You said you got Fat Boy and you got Dean, so I guess we all will see who's going to win that one.
I think because I like his running backs. Let me see if I like him more than Ricky's.
This might have to go.
Yeah, Ricky has the weakest running backs out of the 3.
I like his running backs more. I like his running backs more than both of them.
You might have to make a poll out of this on Ben because a lot of people aren't here to vote. See who they think might win that division.
Who we thinking winning the locks? Like not saying that like I'm a gimme, but because that's like I said, that's 4 championship minds right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're just ahead of everybody.
Because you got, let's see.
Like your quarterback is hands down better than anybody that's in our division.
Yeah.
And then your running back combo is better. Your tight end is better, depending on like you said. Yeah. Watson, it depends if he turns back to hands of time. And then the only thing I really don't care about your team is like Tyler Lockett, but like you said, he always gets busy, so I never draft him, but he's always getting busy out there. So
I could see Watson's Wonderland winning our division. But I see us sending a lot of people to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear you guys talk about my team. That's all. No. I'm just joking.
I feel like I said, like upgrades, like Ricky's running back, yours is wide receiver. Like you have to potentially find an upgrade for your wide receivers to really make that splash. Like I said, Brown is cool, Tyler Lockett is cool, but it's not that good, huh?
It's like I got Deontay.
Again, you should have to upgrade the receiver for because, like honestly, if it was me, you know what I'm saying. If it was me and I'm at top 4, I'm gonna highlight God did about Jamar Chase. That's just me personally. I'm throwing that out there. That's who I'll definitely go because
just because he said it. Vinny's somewhere talking about nope.
No, I'm saying he ain't gonna trade me, but if I was a top 4, that's who I would put my eggs in my basket and try to get him. And package him with Darren Waller. I'm like, all right, let me get those 2.
Like, yeah, it's nice to win a division. And I'm saying you because, like, I don't need to win a division. Like, sometimes I don't even want to win a division because you get that bye and everybody else is still, like, war rooming it all the way through coming to get to you. Yeah. And, like, taking that week off. Now you're over-guessing your lineup. Next thing you know, you're the upset.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead and take that division.
Yeah, well, the only person I won't go after him is Ricky. But actually, if I was Ricky, I'd definitely take him. I'll run with Adams, Hill, and Chase. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like whoever could pull that trade off will potentially be the favorite.
Let's make a deal over here talking about trades still.
Hey man, I'm telling you guys, man, I'm from the community. It's not about me. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to tell you right now? So, I'm giving out nuggets to everybody to go get Jamar Chase from God Did. It's going to be a steep price. Be willing to negotiate that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me, guys.
The other division, we all picked someone else, but this division, we're all picking Watson's Wonderland.
Yeah, I think Watson's Wonderland. However,
a lot of pressure.
However, I will say, if Jonathan Taylor comes back week 5 and I'm still in the running, like only maybe 1 or 2 losses, I feel like I can make a good run for it. But I will have to go get another person. I don't know who's going to be that person. It may be Jamar Chase, but I'm missing a piece.
He's plotting, Vinny. He's plotting.
Somehow Vinny got the early taping of this, and he's like, no. My man got the bootleg. He said, I can feel that Scotty's trying to send me a trade, and it's not happening.
I'm just saying, bro, is that because I feel like Dame is going to be in this, so he's not going to be selling to the last second. But the only person off his team is Lamar. So, and that's who, if I was Fat Boy, that's what I'll try to go get right now, is go get Lamar. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to throw all these gems out here, man. Again, just to let you guys know I'm not a bad guy out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just for the community. I'm for the people, man.
If you're not here at this recording, you can't see it, but at that moment, Scotty is moving closer to the mic as he's talking about these deals being for the community. He said, if you couldn't hear me back here, now you can hear me. I'm coming to you live in your ear.
Before we end this, we 10 years in, right?
Yeah.
Or no, 2012 was first year, so it's 12 years.
Yeah.
So, what are we thinking about taking this league to the next level? I mean, this y'all league. This I was here from the beginning. Took a year off, came back, but you know, you guys created this UTB thing. So, is there any changes in the future? Is there any? You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna keep it rocking how we're doing.
Well, what he thinks about it, I feel like
you heard the side.
Yeah.
I know. I'm thinking.
For me, the next level will be one ante up. You know what I mean? Maybe go to like 150 on the buy-ins. You know what I'm saying? And make it a little bit more luxurious for that winning, just because inflation and cost of living. You know, that COLA is coming up, so you know we gotta make that winning a little bit more lucrative for that person. And then I know some parties do like maybe a destination thing. We may not have to be able to, you know what I'm saying, fly somewhere, but maybe go up to like Seattle or something like that, rent a space and do that. But or if somebody got a connection or something like that, then I feel like get the draft. But again, like people say, we're having a hard time getting a Puyallup, but maybe if we go up north and then maybe we get Phil on them, but then we'll see what it is. But yeah, I feel like a destination would be pretty dope, maybe Vegas or something like that. But definitely ante up the buy-in a little bit more. So we get up with the cost of living a little bit, because this is inflated prices. Because we was 10 years ago we've been paying $100. So so we should be around like $300 right now for the league. Honestly,
should be up there.
So about I'm ready to ante up for that, because I only do so many leagues. I know like people do multiple leagues, so it may be hard to do that. But this was the first year where we had majority of the people paid up like on draft day. Yeah. So I think we're capable of making that jump to 150 or 200.
Yeah.
The destination draft sounds amazing, but like we haven't had 14 people all together yet.
Sure, yeah.
We're like the Wu-Tang Clan. If we could get like everyone together, because like I know when I was just in Vegas, like make a weekend of it where you know, like everybody's in the same spot. We have like a breakfast or something, treat it like a convention almost. Like have that one big party somewhere, and then the next day have the draft and then fly out. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But we'd have to like really get coordinated and all be on the same page.
Yeah.
Because I know people have families and stuff, so it's like it's hard to, like if you already got your vacations planned with your family, like man, I can't do another vacation.
Speaking of that, next year's draft is looking like maybe August 24th, 2024, location TBD.
Already putting that out
You
there.
know, just letting you guys know, right? Because the reason why we can't do the Labor Day weekend is because A, it's Labor Day weekend, and then as well as Benny's anniversary, so it's a little bit hard for him to get out on that one. So that's the reason why we've been doing a week early than normal. So just put that on your calendars, August 24th, 2024. We may be in Seattle. We may be at an area near you. So be on the lookout for that location, and then look out for the buy-in. So as Leon says, save $10 a week, and you'll be there soon.
And also, I know it's just the three of us talking. We can put it in band, for like under the podcast ideas or something. If people are thinking, 150, 200, because like Scotty said, we're for the people. This ain't it's not a dictatorship,
Right. Majority rules kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just asking because been in it for a while. I'd say more than half of the same people are here.
Yeah.
So and I don't see Laz going anywhere. Dave ain't going nowhere because they're the Dave, Laz, JT. Those are like the newest.
Yeah.
JT's
nigga every year threatens to be leaving, but then she never really does.
JT's actually been around for a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been in was like 14 now. No, 15. No, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because he came to your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's when Phil came in, and that's when that controversy when he took over somebody's team, and I had that team's pick. Actually, he took over Dean's team, and Dean made a pick trade to me. Dean left, Phil took his team and just took his picks back. So Dean, actually, my brother, you owe me a pick. Now, think about it, my brother. Before we log off, you and Caitlin actually owed me a pick.
How long have we been doing this? We got some time left? Because I think there was one more thing. I think it was a question you posed. How do we feel about David winning the championship in his second year, while others have struggled to make it to the playoffs and or find success? Like, how do we feel about that? Not to call anybody in particular.
That's my family, so.
Fat boy, Ricky.
That's my family, so, keep the family on the trophy, so I'm good. I like it just because it was like, it just shows like you do have to put your NUTs in your hand and you have to have luck. It's like, because, every year me and JT put our NUTs in our hands. Yeah, we get there, but the luck's just not there, where it's like somebody just has an awesome game. Like when I was playing David last year, it was like, Josh Jacobs had that 94-yard run versus Seattle, and then he had another 60-yard run, and the dude had like 50 points. I'm like, come on, dog. Like, seriously, it's like you have to really get that lucky, but at the same time, to get that lucky, you have to put yourself in that position, and you know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, you raise that trophy like he did, and he's like, hey, I got my reward. I ain't gonna say what it was, but he got his reward, and his belt, his ring, and all that stuff, so. Like,
I was about to say, we know what it was. He's made videos of what his
yes, it sets you back, especially when you don't win it, but when you do win it, it makes it that much sweeter. So, like, when he did show up to the draft, you see he was just chilling, because he's like, I already got this, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but it does, when you do it that way, it does hurt your chances of being, like, staying where you can be able to repeat and stuff like that, just because you're in such a deficit. You have to really get lucky again, and then be able to will and deal. So like
you're not round.
Yeah.
Did you draft to the 5th round?
Yeah. I'll be real with y'all. Like, I'm not an all-star fantasy football player. It was luck. That back-to-back, like, that doesn't happen. That was luck. I'll be honest.
It doesn't.
Because nobody's done it since. I ain't even came close. That third year, I came in dead last. So, like, for him to find that success, yeah, it's a little bit of luck, a little bit of strategy. And what do they say when, what's that saying? When preparation meets opportunity, and it all came together for him. Will it come together for someone else who hasn't found the success? But maybe it's their year.
But I will say, I told you guys last year he was going to be a high-scoring team. Everybody laughed at me. Sure enough, that boy was a high-scoring team.
I like him winning it in his second year, just because it just shows that anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not just the stands or the Scotties or JT's always in the mix. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, hey, it just came out of nowhere kind of thing and did it. And I think he picked Jacobs first round last year too. We're all like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? Kind of that thing where same thing we did with Fat Boy this year with Saquon, 4th overall. We're like, You had Eckler right there. You
Yeah.
had Chubb. You had Patty. Like,
Yeah.
or no, you didn't have Patty, but
Yeah.
and you had Jalen Hurts and this and that. It's like, all right, go
Keeps
ahead.
the league
But-
interesting.
But I mean, I picked him because I actually kind of like that pick now because he's in a contract here too. But anyway, we're talking about David. So, but yeah, I like it's
Yeah.
cool and just the pride, just like we said, the pride he has in it. You know what I'm saying? Like that even makes it even more. He's like, bro, I'm the champ. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he carries himself and things like that. Like.
And he's on the belt all the way till next year, so
Yeah,
he's still a champ no matter what his record shows. It's like
Right,
he has
right.
the belt.
Mhm.
Every week he could make a post like, "Hey,
Hey, right? You know what I'm saying? He should do something like that. You know what I mean? Hey, rub it in. Hey, I might have had the worst draft, but look, you know what I mean? So I just went over there at the draft, and I was like, hey, man, go ahead and shout it up for me. And he said, man, you better get away from this. I said, oh, my bad, champ. You know what I mean? So, like, he's embracing I'm the king of this right now. You know what I mean?
That's what it should be. You worked hard.
Exactly.
You did everything that you needed to do to come out number one.
Because you think about, man, he was the topic for the podcast all last year. All the trades he made when he traded Zeke for a second round.
Yeah.
They were like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I used to trade for Zeke all the time. And I'm still scratching my head. Like, what are you doing? But it's like everybody he touched turned to gold. You know what I mean? Like, Evans, you traded him Evans, and Evans didn't do anything the majority of the year. Like, he'd be like 17, 18 points. But this fool went off like 50 points in the playoff game, in the championship game. Like, Davis scored 300 plus points in the championship game. Like, nobody scored 300 points. And he was knocking on that door, like you said.
He was
tapping
all
on that
season.
glass
All season.
Yeah.
All season. And then we all laughed when he traded Buffalo's defense. We're like, dude, that's the best defense right now. Like, what are you trading him for, bro? And he kept Cincinnati, and then Buffalo's defense just went to shit. You know, it was like everything this dude was doing just turned to gold. And it was like, oh my goodness.
That's why I said that stroke of luck.
Yeah.
So, hey,
It'll be something if Jordan Love turns into gold. We're like, bro, what is going on?
Because I know I did say his first pick was Jordan Love. Really?
I'm like, is he the quarterback whisperer? He's the opposite of Leon out here?
And then that's the thing, too, like, because Romeo Dobbs, like, that's his favorite target, and Romeo Dobbs was getting busy in the preseason, so I'm like, hey, man, he didn't, Jordan Love didn't look too bad either, like, at all, so I'm like, I would draft him just because I'm like, I was up there so high, and I already had my quarterbacks, but, yeah, so he might be, it's like those little, you know, the producers, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that just get you there, just keep the train going, you know what I'm saying? So, but, yeah.
And then, you know, what if he turns Russ into something, you know what I mean? And
that'll be crazy.
You know what I mean? Then Dalvin's
got signed to Sean Payton.
Like, that's what I said, because it's a new quarterback, or a new head coach, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got a little bit, he got that bat off of him. He got a new kid now and stuff, so it's like, okay, let me just put that behind me, and let's go. But,
and Dalvin Cook, who was a first-round running back until he had his incident, and then he got cut, and then, you know, went to the Jets. And Breece Hall, he's still recovering from his injury, so it's like, what happens if Breece Hall really has a setback or gets rehurt? Now he has a number one back with Rashad Penny, who you were just talking about.
He has Rashad Penny, too?
Yeah, Rashad Penny.
Yeah, which that could definitely pay off.
That's what I said. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So he got a serious hill to climb with all these other teams out there.
And then he got that rookie Hyatt too, Jalen Hyatt, who's a lot of people have been talking about too. So and he switched his number to Odell Beckham's number 13. So you do that, man, you gotta get busy. That's what CeeDee Lamb did, and Dez Bryant.
So he said, "Can I do it? It's only the greats. You better get out there and do it." So okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna sleep on David, man. I don't think he's gonna be dead last, man. I feel like he has.
No, he ain't gonna be dead last.
You know what I mean? I feel like he has a moves, but I feel like he's not going to really be buying like he did last year because that's a steep hill and everybody's already taken. So I just feel like he only can get mediocre and then try to go for that number one pick. Reminder, if you do win that consolation bracket, you get the number one pick. The runner-up gets the number two pick. And then it goes to the worst record gets number 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not always good to be number 3 unless you want that guaranteed number 1 pick. I mean, number 3 pick. Then 3 and 4, so.
And to go back to the length of the league and stuff like that, what do y'all think about, like, maybe like year 15, like we switch it up to where like we do like games and shit to get there? Excuse me, YouTube. Sorry. to get the games and stuff to determine the draft order, like they be doing flip cups, like races and stuff. Yeah. Like I think that's something.
I just gotta stretch first.
Yeah, I mean, because that's gonna put us at 3-4 years from now.
Yeah,
we're all gonna be
trying to be like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart into everything.
We could do, shooting them,
bowling,
stuff like that, bowling, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Go out. That'd be kind of cool. Go out like the night before and like do bowling. Whoever wins that or something, or go to Topgolf or something.
Like a destination joint could have all these things involved. But even like you said, we could even be here because we got a Topgolf here. We got bowling lanes everywhere.
Yeah, right. So
go karts down in Covington and stuff like that too. So we get a little bit of everybody. So it's not just
the last place. We should have some kind of like punishment for them or something. You know what I mean? Like
do the average of your scores at each event. So
I said when I was in the club, I saw on the big screen. It said congratulations on coming in last to some dude.
Yeah, that's wild. That'd be hella cool though. But all right, y'all got anything else?
I think I'm good, man. I'm waiting for week 1, man, and then once we come back and do it again, are we going to have it next week or?
Next week I'll be out of town. The week after.
Week
2, we'll have a little bit to talk about week 1, see if anyone made some trades, and then week 2.
So who's making that next trade there?
We're not going there. We're going to close this thing out. In closing, I want to say, good luck to all the GMs in the league. Everybody put your best foot forward. Even like Yahoo said, in the competitive league known as UTB. They meant that. No weak links around here. Let's have a good one.
Peace.